Watch me. Watch me.
All right, so right now, basically, we're gonna be taking you guys behind the scenes as far as the shipping that we do. We try to ship out daily, you know, try to provide the best service to our customers. So take a look, because Gina, my girlfriend, is in charge of that. She's the one that, for all you guys that have ordered before, she's the one that you deal with. So follow me and take a look. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
This is Gina. She's the one that you guys talk to on email all the time. Every order you place, any problems that you may have, she's the boss when it comes down to taking care of business in that sense.
Basically, a typical day for me is I start off checking emails, and then I'll move on to doing the orders, printing the orders, making sure the inventory is on point in the warehouse, answering any questions that customers might have, and then I also prepare the paperwork for like the accountant. Basically, like all of the administrative tasks. That's what I do. Most of the questions are related to when is this going to be back in stock, when is that going to be back in stock, and basically that's it. A lot of times we'll get emails from people who want to know how they can get their jams sponsored, and I handle all of that as well. So they usually just have to present us with a flyer and information about the jam, and we'll, you know, see what we can work out as far as sponsorship with them. Mex is cooking. There's no such thing as Mex is cooking. He's done it one time, and never again do I ever expect to see Mex cook anything.
Before I started doing what I'm doing now, I was a straight graffiti writer. Like, I didn't really care about art. I didn't care about anything. Like, I was just straight up like on some graffiti. All I wanted to do was paint and bounce.
Actually, when we first started, or when I first met Mex, he was selling DVDs out of his book bag. That's basically what he did. Like, he didn't he didn't have a car. He was like semi-homeless too. He just lived like with friends and stuff like that, and all he cared about was just training, and on the weekends he would just go to jams and sell DVDs. Like, he'd carry around a box and he'd sell the DVDs. So that, I guess you could say, was like the starting point of everything that we have here now.
As you grow older, I mean, depending on who you are, you realize that you have to, like, life kicks in, you know? And when life kicks in, you gotta do something, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to sit back and just paint walls like my whole life, you know? So I grabbed the computer, and the next best thing was to do what I do on the computer, you know? And it just turned out to where, like, when I picked up the program, I was like, this is so simple, I could do this, you know? And then it was just like, you know, one day to the next.
It used to be from 10 to like, say, 2 in the morning. That's what time I go to sleep. But now it's actually from 8:30. I wake up, I take my nephew to school, and I just decide, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stay up and just keep working. And I'll go till like 1, you know, like yesterday I was doing some stuff on the inventory till like 1:30 and stuff.
Like, especially when we first started with the shop, like, Mex would seriously stay up until 5 in the morning and just work and work and work. I would go to bed, I would knock out at like 2, and then I would hear him at like 5, 6 in the morning, like still on the computer, researching, coming up with ideas, talking to people.
It's always like B-Boy related, you know what I'm saying? It always has to do with either chatting with people about certain stuff online, my boy updating me on what's going on in Europe with Outbreak Europe, just networking, growing, things like that. As you can see, since you've been here, I get random emails from certain people or things, you know what I'm saying? That is like unexpected, and that within itself could sometimes take 2-3 hours just to go back and forth or whatever.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he's talking to people in like different time zones, people in Asia, people in Europe.
Yeah.
So it really requires him to just work all hours nonstop.
Nice.
Yeah, you could say my work day starts at 8:30 and it doesn't end till I finish. It's not really my job. It's like my life in a way, you know?
So measure swell from where? From here?
Yeah, from there. Is that still standard?
Yeah, because
That's the whole shirt right there. That should fit fine.
Let me see.
Right here. From there to here. I don't do what I do with a business mentality like, hey, let's go make money and that's it. Like, I actually sacrifice a lot of money, believe it or not, by not doing that, because I don't want that to be like I don't want my main goal to be money, money, money. It's like I stay away from it as much as I can. Obviously, we need money to keep doing what we're doing, so we do generate it. But like, I refuse to sell to certain people because I don't feel they represent what we represent. You know what I'm saying? So even though they're like, yo, if you give me an account, I'll buy $5,000, you know, right now. And I'm like, listen, man, that would be great, but I'm sorry, I can't. You know what I'm saying? So many things like that, and then sometimes people take it personal, so that's kind of it's stressful. It could be very stressful. It used to be a big mess. Like when we first started, we didn't really know what the hell we were doing, so we would just open up all the boxes, get everything out, and sort it out on the floor, and it was just a big mission. Now I just do one job at a time, you know what I'm saying? So everything stays in the boxes. I didn't go to college. Actually, I have a high school education. That's what I have.
I didn't take no classes. Like I just sat. I remember I dropped out of high school because I got arrested for graffiti, you know, and then I just told my mom I wanted to work. And so on my days off, I'd come home and I would stay home and I would just design.
And yeah, I didn't go to college, but I was lucky. This is why. First, I grew up in Mexico as a kid. We didn't have money, we didn't have much, so you kind of had to be really witty, you know, sharp, as far as like, okay, what are we gonna do? I can say my first job was to go to the grocery stores and carry grocery bags for the ladies for a tip. So that was what I could say is my first job ever, because I did that.
I don't do anything else. I don't go party. I don't do nothing. It's like if I'm not doing graph or drawing, I'm eating, you know. Besides that, and I don't even you can't even tell that I eat. But you know what I'm saying? Like I was just doing it so much that I just learned how to do it.
With Biggest and Baddest, if you guys notice, we don't really put the word B-boy in our designs. We don't even put the word hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We let this clothing speak for itself. With the exception of B-boy or die, no other shirts in our collection say B-boy. Or I don't even think none of them say hip hop. We feel that they don't have to say it to be it. You know what I'm saying? With this, we want to make universal clothing that everybody loves. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a B-boy to wear Biggest and Baddest. And one of the things that we've been meaning to say is like, guys, we put a lot of work, as you can see, into our work. It's when you're wearing a B-boy or die shirt at a jam, what kind of statement are you making? Everybody there knows the shirt. Everybody there has seen it probably hundreds, or not even thousands of times. But when you wear it at school, when you wear it at the mall, you know what I'm saying? When you wear it in the streets, that's when someone might say, hey, what does that shirt mean? Like, I know what's a B-boy. I think I heard that. And that's when you can say, yo, well, this is what it is. You know, some people put on tattoos and they like it when people ask them questions. Well, you know what? Right here, you have it right here. Everyone's going to get to see it. And believe me, people will ask you. And you never know. You just might start a new B-boy, or someone's going to take really good interest into our community. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a way, you're becoming a recruiter for something that you love. Not really for us, because I don't really care if they buy the shirt or not, but into our community. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that we've been wanting to telling people is like, when we make clothing, we don't make clothing for B-boys to wear it at jams. We appreciate it, and thank you so much for your support, of course. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, but we wear it so you guys can rock it on an everyday basis. You know what I'm saying?